Okay, so we've got another video today. Today we're going to go through exemptions, or when you don't have to pay for NHS dental treatment, what you need to have, what kind of benefits you need to be receiving to get free dental treatment. So this is the form you'd normally fill in. It says this very important part here: claim for free or reduced cost of NHS services. You must read this form before you sign it. Only sign it if it is correct. Here's the thing: if you sign any of these, tick any of these will cost them, and fill it in and sign, it says that I confirm that the information is correct and that I'm entitled to free or reduced cost NHS dental services as above. I understand that I will have to pay for treatment and a penalty charge of up to £100. £100. If this is not correct, I'm not entitled. You won't pay up to £100. You will pay £100 as well as the charge. So if you were having, like I did in the previous video, look at the previous video for charges. If you had a checkup, just a cleaning, some x-rays, band 1, £27.40. And if you were paying and you claimed, for example, this is a really good one you need to be aware of: pension credit, guaranteed credit, okay? And you weren't entitled, and they will check and they will find out and they will send you a letter and they'll say, you have to pay the £27.40. Oh, no. Not just that, you have to pay £100 fine. So instead of paying £27.40, £127.40. Band 2 for a filling and a checkup and a cleaning and whatever. You had a band 2 that involved the filling or tooth coming out or root canal treatment, like I mentioned in the previous video. So just look at the previous video again. £75.30 plus £100 fine, £175.30. And then finally, band 3 for a crown, a denture, a bridge, and any of the other treatment, a filling, a checkup, a cleaning, x-rays, £326.70 plus £100, £426.70. That's a lot of money. So if you are not sure, check. If you are, it's better for you to pay the amount and then you can claim it back or get a refund, because that's what we normally do. If a patient wasn't sure and they paid and then they found out they were entitled, for example, they were on the correct universal credit, and here is another one. So we go through all of these anyway, and you pay £27.40 and you found out you were on the correct universal credit and you were indeed exempt from paying and entitled to free dental treatment, then fine, you'll be able to claim back. We'll just give you a refund, but then bring in the proof, show us, we can tick it, you just cover yourself. We're not because we don't believe you, we just don't want you to get a fine. And if you don't receive the benefits and you're not entitled to free dental treatment, you have to pay. It's just the way it is. Again, it's not from us, it's from the government. So the form is pretty straightforward. I'm entitled to free dental services on the first day of your treatment. So it doesn't matter if you've got to turn 19. Okay, so first, for example, here, under the age of 18 years of age or under 18 years of age. It doesn't matter if you turn 18 tomorrow. If you had a checkup today, you don't pay for the checkup. So 18 years of age. 18 years of age, children basically don't pay for NHS dental treatment. If you were to need something other than that, for example, you wanted a gum shield, not available in the NHS for sports or something, not for grinding, we're talking about sports, then your parents would have to pay for it, or you can get one from Sports Direct. Or if you wanted a white filling, for example, or some private work that on a back tooth that wasn't really available on the NHS, you'd have to still pay for the private work, but if NHS you don't pay. Here's the next one: under 18 years of age, I'm 18 years of age and in full-time education, so not under 18, so 18, full-time education, mainly at university or whatever, that's fine. You enter the name of the college here or university there. Once you turn 19, doesn't matter, you are in full-time education or not, you have to pay, which will come to another point in a minute. So make sure under 18 years of age, below 19, full-time education, and you enter college here. Okay, I'm pregnant. Maternity exemption certificate card number, please, if you can. I am pregnant. You will not pay during the pregnancy, and then you will not pay until the baby is 12. You've had a baby the last 12 months, so you won't pay to a nursing mum. So you're pregnant, so you won't pay, and then until the baby is 1 year old, you won't pay. So take full advantage. If you come in every 3 months for a check and clean, you've got some gum problems, some decay issues, or something the dentist needs to monitor, come every 3 months, it's 6 months, whatever it is, just come regular, take full advantage of it, okay? So it's free, because you may not normally pay, you may not normally pay, it won't make a difference, but if you do pay, it makes a difference, you know, take full advantage. I am currently in prison or in a young offender institute. I'm entitled to free dental services for course treatment. I mean, that's when you work that's in a prison service. For dentists work in a prison service, that's different, completely different, not normal NHS practice. Income support, incapacity or disability living allowance do not count. Pay attention, really important. Incapacity benefit or disability living allowance do not count. Anything you do to live in, and you made is you don't, it's not free. And then income-based job seekers allowance. Contribution-based does not count. Make sure you get the right one. You have to put the details in here. Income-related employment and support allowance, ESA, also known as contribution-related, does not count again. This is a really, really one that people get caught out. Pension credit, guarantee credit. It has to be not just pension credit. It has to be pension credit, guaranteed credit. And it's saving credit on its own does not count. They're making it very clear here, so read it properly. And you have to put the details here. Some details here, okay? So please, because people get caught out and they'll just fine you. They won't say, oh, but I didn't understand. They're going to say, well, you signed a document. You were told here, make sure you understand that you tick, sign and date. You make sure that you are entitled to it. If you're not entitled, you'll get fined. And people get fined. It's like hard. £100 is a lot of money. You don't want to get fined. It's not one of the ones pay £100. It's £100 fine. If you pay within 2 weeks, it'll be reduced to 40 or 50. It's £100. Okay. Universal credit. That meets the criteria. Not every universal credit meets the criteria. Universal credit underlined and meets the criteria. And if you're unsure, go to this website. Just go to the website and put universal credit and I'll tell you. So, during the course of treatment, these are the only benefits entitled to you to free dental services. And there's another one here, HC2 certificate. So we're coming up here to, I am 18 years of age in full-time education. Once you turn 19, you're still in full-time education, university, low income, then you could get free dental treatment by sending off one of these forms, a HC1 certificate, a HC1 form to try and get a HC2 certificate. If you're invited to full help, you will get a HC2 certificate. If you're entitled to part of the help, you'll get a HC3 certificate. So commonly, if it's HC3 certificate, you still have to pay some of the cost, which would commonly not cover your checkup. It would be up to a certain amount, but you'd still pay your checkup, and maybe you'd get a bit reduced for other things, or it's something like that. It's not clear. So HC3 certificate is part help. HC2 certificate is full help. Please, again, make sure you don't get caught out. You send this off. I advise all young people, and when their parents come in with them, if they're 18, going to full-time education. Only full-time education, great, you get free treatment. Once you get 18, I said, get one of these forms, get accustomed to it, and send it off before you turn 19, because even if you're in full-time education, even if you're university, even if you're low income, and you haven't sent one of these HC1 forms off, and you haven't received a HC2 certificate in time, or told you are now entitled to free dental treatment, because it'll cover free dental treatment, it'll cover NHS prescriptions, dental treatment, wigs and fabric supports, whatever they are, sight tests, glasses, contact lenses, or travel to receive NHS treatment if referred by a doctor. I've never come across that. You may have to pay, or you could be entitled to some help towards costs. You can claim at any time. Do not wait until you need treatment. You can claim for yourself, your partner, or your children. So don't wait, because people come in, they turn 19. I'm in full-time education. It's free. It's free. It's not. You need a HC1 certificate sent off, and you need a HC1 form sent off, and you need to have received the HC2 certificate, which is, again, is here. Okay? NHS tax exemption certificate and tax credit, and it's or entitled to one, a certificate card. I am named on a HC3 certificate that is valid during the course of treatment, which limits the amount I pay to, and that's if you're HC3, you will reduce, and then you put certificate numbers here, okay? Then you sign it and date it, and you put your name. If you are not signing on the patient's, if you are signing the patient's behalf, you have to put your details and sign it there. Relationship to the patient, so you relationship to the patient, whatever it is, parent, whatever, and block capitals. So the biggest thing people get caught out from is they turn 19, full-time education, they think they'd have to pay. And also the really big one is pension credit, guarantee credit. Make sure pension credit, guarantee credit, really important. And the last one, universal credit, because not all universal credits give you free treatment. If you make the mistake and tick one of these and it's not correct, they will just fine you. £100 fine, and then the price of the treatment. Sometimes we get a patient call and say, I've got this fine, I've got this letter. We try and help them by saying, we'll just check it, and it may be that there's some clerical error, the patient didn't sign something right, and they can maybe change it and adjust it, and it may then be okay. But in most cases, you get charged, you get the fine. So you don't want to get the fine. Please take your time. If you're in doubt, pay the treatment, and you can claim it back after. You can either claim it back, the money, get a receipt, or if we saw that you were entitled to free treatment at that particular time, you were on the correct universal credit, for example, but you paid, we just give a refund, and we put your details on, and we just put the exemption on. Okay, so but please make sure when you fill this form in. Some practices now are called, what we've got now, these are forms that we had from before. It's just so I could show you. We have these things called cleaning pads, which is like a tablet, and you just do it on there, and you just tick it, and it gets automatically connected to our software, which has taken a bit of getting used to with the patients, but it's working okay. It saves you, saved all this paperwork and stuff. So that's it really. So if in doubt, pay. Then you find out, then you can get the money back. The other thing is that you can do, some people aren't aware of, that their workplace have health care provided. So you get some kind of booper thing or something along the lines of that, where they can claim back costs. So if you can claim back costs, and sometimes you can claim, we have a patient who actually can claim back because of his partner, his wife. So she works for a company, and I think they cover for him as well. So he can get free, checkups and stuff like that. You can claim it to a certain level. I think it's a certain level, they won't go beyond. If it's a ridiculous amount of money, they won't. If it's like private work going to thousands, they probably won't cover that. But basic checkup, filling, maybe, and a crown. And I think you could probably do it once a year. You've got these people that are in these different health, private health care that covers dental treatment, and medical treatment. So just check with them what you're entitled to and how often you can claim it, because that's another thing, you don't want to get caught out with that as well. So that's just a video about explaining all these things. Please, just make sure, if you're not sure, ask. We'll try and help you as much as we can. to fit in. Most dental staff will be happy to help you fill in the form if you do struggle as well, and that's it. So if you are exempt, definitely don't pay for your treatment. If you're not sure, pay and then find out, and then you can claim back after, get a refund, and we can just adjust it on the claim with the NHS. So any questions or queries, just put them down. Any comments, anything you want me to clarify, just let me know, and we'll see you for your next video. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.